on YouTube. You'll just open it up and then pause it so you don't have the echo, the feedback, because there's like a 5-second delay.
Yeah, so we're live right now. Everyone that is hopping on, if you guys are all hopping on right now, go ahead and share this video. We have a special guest on, as usual. Then we go and let's see. There it is. Popped up. Love.
Did we actually beat everybody here?
Yeah, we did.
That's funny.
Nice.
They'll start popping in.
Yeah, they're popping in right now. We got 9 watchers, so everybody's hopping on. Everyone that's joining in, like I said, let's go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Share the video.
Hey, Brenda, what's going on? What's up, Alvaro?
Nice.
Yeah. We do also too down below in the description. We have Juna's. Say it one more time. Say the name one more time, please.
Juna.
Okay, so we have Juna's.
Yeah.
Okay, so Juna Duncan on the show. We also have all his information on social media down below. We have him on Instagram. We also have him on YouTube. I am trying to push him to make more content on YouTube because I'm pretty sure it would be amazing. So a lot of people love watching like content, like the way you create stuff on Instagram. Man, I'm telling you, you'll kill it on YouTube for real. It's like
thanks, man.
You'll do some damage for sure. Like Zach, he kills it too.
I know he does kill it, huh?
He kills it on a lot of things, man. And I honestly think a lot of he's underrated. Like he's building up, of course, but he's like one of the underdogs.
So
he's
young too.
Yeah, he has so much value, so much knowledge.
Yeah, so he's great. He's awesome.
For sure. What's up, Amy Elisa? Another merch superstar in the chat here. Amy's been crushing it lately.
Oh yeah.
Let me share this in the groups, guys, real fast. Everyone that's hopping on, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and share it.
10 thumbs up already. Thanks.
But the more important question is, when are we going to get that thumbs down? Because it's coming.
It's coming.
RJ's got somebody that just stalks him the second we go live. Normally, there's a thumbs down.
Watch, it's gonna happen right now. I'll post it in the big group. Here it comes.
Sure.
Like that's the guy that created that Redbubble video about how to get or steal designs for people or something. And then I have my cousin over here. He's texting me, like threatening me right now. He's all he's like, oh, it's funny, man.
Which cousin? The one that's Primo's Tacos?
No, I have another cousin. He's like an MMA fighter.
Oh, okay.
He's like texting me like, I'll hunt you down right now and kill you. I'm just like, dude.
Here's our thumbs down.
We got 2. That's crazy.
Holla to the haters in the chat.
Hey, dog. That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well. All right. Let's start off. I shared it in the groups already. Let's start off with sharing the last 7 days. I'll go first. Awesome. Last 7 days, I'm at 544 shirts sold at $1,472 in royalties.
Last 7 days, I'm catching up to you. I'm at 424 shirts sold for $1,443.62.
Nice.
All right. Awesome. This is my favorite part of the show too. So last 564 sold, and this is just US, right?
Yes. Yeah.
1869.15.
Nice. Very nice.
All right, going back to right there, what he said right there, what you said. He would actually, the general would actually message me and tell me, hey, man, you guys make sure you guys say the last 7 days because that motivates me. So
yeah, it totally does.
With that being said, a lot of people, they get the wrong idea when it comes to that. You guys got to understand, a lot of people understand, when we talk about this, we talk about how we do this to motivate you guys so you guys can be better and, do better than, that's an everyday thing with me. I always try to be better than yesterday. So make sure you guys are on top of that. The only reason we do our numbers like that, we're documenting our journey, you know what I mean? And helping you guys at the same time. So, yeah. With that being said, yeah, let's let's get into it.
Yeah, I like the numbers too because it kind of tells me what everybody else is doing. Kind of see if your numbers are low and my numbers are low, then it's maybe it's something with Amazon or something.
Right, exactly. Yeah. What's your numbers last 7 days on Etsy, RJ?
Last 7 days. Here come all the secrets. Let me see. Give me a second.
I have. Hold on, I gotta do some math because I have multiple stores.
I just got a sell that just came in just like 2 minutes ago. So I am at. Let me refresh it.
I'm at 156 last 7 days on Etsy.
What, or 156 at what? Like orders?
156 orders. I don't know how many shirts because there's multiples in there.
Yeah, I'm at 61 orders so far last 7 days.
Oh, amazing. I probably sold like 10, 20 shirts. That's my Etsy game's not that strong.
We've been working on Etsy for the last 9 months, like nonstop.
Yeah.
So
good job.
Our Etsy numbers are going to be really good for Q4.
No, yeah, Etsy is it's actually definitely a game changer. I've been seeing an increase in a lot of stuff. Just as far as like custom orders and everything, just growing with customer service and just trying to make sure everything is good. It's probably like one of my. It's probably one of my most favorite platforms to be on, because like Matt, like we went over this before, guys. It's like the customer service and just being able to have that one-on-one with the customer. And I'm good at that too. If you guys haven't noticed that, like I'm good at talking to people and kind of just having people open up to me. So I'm very big on customer service, making people feel good. So that's definitely a game changer for me.
Yeah.
And Jonah, how about you? Like, what are you doing on or what are you doing on
Etsy?
Yeah.
I have about 200 shirts on Etsy right now. I haven't put everything over there. Raising my prices on Etsy just because of the holidays and starting to see some sales, but nothing major like you guys. I hope next year to build it up though. It's definitely one of those things that I need to work on, and for
sure. Well, let's get into Jonah's background a little bit. You messed me up saying Jonah. It's Juna.
Yeah, it's Juna.
Hi. So let's get into his background, his story on merch, how you got started, when you got started, all that stuff.
Okay. I started on merch last year, about May 2017. And I heard about merch from a guy that I knew that from my Cafe Press days. So I started designing t-shirts way back in 2005 with Cafe Press. And I've been designing t-shirts online for a long, well, I guess about 10 years, right? And I tried all the different pods, and one day last year was actually December of 2016 or Q4 of 2016. A guy from my Cafe Press days told me about merch, and I'm like, oh, this sounds great. And so I hurried and jumped on, and requested an invite and everything, but I didn't get accepted until May of next year. So I missed that Q4 of 2016, which I heard was really awesome. And I just started from there, from May. So
nice. So you've got a background in shirts for a while then, because like me and RJ, I mean, we really started it up last year about the same time you did. I think you started April of 2017, really, right, RJ?
Yeah, when I started doing everything full time, it was April 2017. Yes. That's it's pretty interesting. A lot of people I love the story. The story is like one of the funnest parts of the shows.
Right.
Because I don't know, it's just like you came from Cafe Press. Like, no, I don't think we have anybody on the show yet that came from Cafe Press.
Early Cafe Press days too. Cafe Press was kind of young when I started. So a business partner and I was trying to make extra money, and he found Cafe Press online, and we're like, oh, this is good, and just started making sales, kind of like merch in the early days. Just slow but steady, and it was really good for the first couple of years, and then it started getting harder to make money on Cafe Press and so on. So that happens.
What's happened, if you don't mind me asking, like back in the day, because I know Cafe Press was doing some really, pulling in some really good numbers for people.
How
was it been for you?
So I think I did like a 6,000 month in Q4 when I first started.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like merch, right? Everybody did some good Q4 numbers, and then they cut profits, and they made it harder. And you used to be able to mark up in Cafe Press in the early days. You can mark up your shirts as much as you want. It kind of like merch is now.
Mm-hmm.
And now probably, I don't know when they did it, but you could only do 10% now. You could only make a 10% commission on Cafe Press. You couldn't up your shirt. So I was selling shirts like $8 profits, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's kind of hard. You get 10%, so you get like $1 or $2 on a shirt. So kind of tough.
That's something right there, because me and Matt were when we were uploading to like pretty much all the platforms together at the same time. He got 2 sales more than me on Cafe Press. I haven't sold nothing on Cafe Press, and then well, I sold something, and I'm just like, man.
Yeah, I sold a dog shirt and I sold a flask on Cafe Press. I hold it over to RJ all the time. My stuff's better.
I still sell some good stuff on Cafe Press, but it's because they have you can do stuff for like TV shows and movies.
Yeah.
So those are the things that sell for me on Cafe Press. So I've done a lot of like Gilmore Girls stuff or Goldbergs or you know, things like that, TV show, making Mighty Mouse and those kind of things sell for me on Cafe Press.
Okay, cool. So how'd you get started designing t-shirts? Like, do you have a background in graphic design? Is that where it all came
I do,
from?
yeah. I started designing t-shirts when I was like a teenager. I always loved designing t-shirts, and I went to school for graphic design. I have a degree in commercial art. And so, yeah, I started doing graphic design for the Yellow Pages when that was a thing. And then I did a stint in scrapbooking as well. So I designed artwork for scrapbooking and stuff. And today I'm a UX designer. So I don't really do graphic design besides t-shirt design. But yeah, started off in graphic design. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, another thing too, like when I met you, so I want to talk about when I met you in person.
Oh yeah.
Just like when I met you in person, like I didn't know who you were at first until you told me, because we go buy Detour shirts on Instagram, and I was trying to figure out why. I was like, how come you're doing that? I was like, show your real name, and then you're like, I will later on, I will. When I met you in person, like guys, it was pretty cool because he's like this. Like he has like a really good vibe. You meet him in person, like loving person. And
thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Like, that was pretty cool. And I felt like, I don't know, you made me feel comfortable. As soon as I met you right away, I was like, man, this guy's pretty cool. Like you're down to earth and like true about what you do. And that's very big too. That's what I was telling you. I was like, man, you're gonna like when you do your YouTube, you're just gonna crush it, because like you give that vibe that you like you really mean it. So
yeah, thanks, man. That's so nice of you to say.
Yeah, no, you can tell too. I mean, that's much like our boy Zach Knickerbocker. Detour's got one of the best Instagrams for merch. Like every day, he's always dropping some nice little nuggets. He always puts some time into it. Puts way more work into his Instagram account than I do. My Instagram account is always like last minute, like, hey, this is cool. Let's take a picture. So yeah, your stuff is really cool.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I really wanted to start a blog, but that seemed like a lot of work. And so Instagram, because it's small and it's short, I'm like, I can do Instagram. I can do small posts. So that's where I started for Instagram. Yeah. I just wanted to bring value too, like Gary V says, right. Yeah. Give value, give. And so, yeah, I thought I could give back. I have a lot of experience. So
nice. So in the spirit of giving value, let's start digging into merch a little bit. So when you were going through, one of the things we noticed that, from your Instagram account that you're really, really good at noticing is like trends, right? So how do you go about like finding that? Is it Merch Informer, or are you using various like Twitter, other stuff, Google Trends? How are you stumbling across?
I'm just doing real simple stuff. Anybody can do it. I think I actually made a story about it, but what I do is I go on Amazon. I do the merch research, the free merch research site, and I hit the shirts, and you can see all the merch shirts from doing that. And then I just look at which one has the lowest BSR, and then I find that. And then I type in the autocomplete in Amazon, and I see if it's trending. I think I learned this from you guys. You type in the autocomplete and see if somebody's looking for it. Because if it completes on autocomplete, then someone's looking for it. And then once I find that, then I see how many. If there's a lot of other shirts that have low BSRs in that, and if the results are low, then I go for it. Yeah. So
nice.
Yeah, really simple. Yeah, anybody can do it. Free stuff on there. So yeah.
That's another thing too, guys. Right there, everything that he just said is free. And
it's free.
That's how you know what I mean? When I first started this journey on the YouTube and all that stuff, I provided everything I provided was free. And I think it's in his stories, right? What is it? What the highlights, right?
I have one story on my Instagram account. I need to make more, but that one story is how I found a trend. So
that's what he does. He goes over there and he goes on. So you look for the low BSR, and then you use the autocomplete, and then you type it in, see if it pops up, and then boom.
That's right.
And then you see if that first page has all kinds of BSRs too, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah. So if there's like 5 or more low BSRs, lower than 100,000 or something like that, 500,000, then it's a trend. But you also have to look at the results. If there's a whole lot of results, it might be saturated, and you may not want to go for that. You might want to go for it. It's okay if it's saturated sometimes, right? So, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one that I think that really stood out for me last year. We had the teacher protests, if you remember, like the Red for Ed shirts or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That was literally a trend. Like, we got on it late. Like, we were probably 3 or 4 days late. There were a bunch of shirts that were ranking really well, but there was so much demand for it. It didn't really matter. I ended up probably selling 100, 200 shirts because I just made some stuff that was different. It stood out a little bit. So you just have to think about, trends are different than evergreen, right? Like, trends have so much more demand on it that you can afford to like dip your toes into the water and see, if you can get some results, because there's so much demand around it.
Yeah, that's a good thing about trends too. And with AMS, the Amazon advertising, you can get a sponsored ad on that trending thing and be on page 1, and that's powerful.
Yep.
That's amazing that we can do that. So
for sure. Now, do you find you do more trends in terms of your designs, or are you doing like a mix of evergreen and trending stuff?
I think I do more trends, but I definitely have some evergreens, and they do well too. So yeah.
Nice.
It's been really good, both evergreens and trends.
Now, do some of your trend shirts, like the trends, do they turn into evergreen shirts?
Yeah, they do. Surprisingly, they do. Like, you think like, oh, this is only going to sell for a little while, and it sells all year. So I'm like, well, I guess that's an evergreen then. So
yeah. I mean, that was something. I was coaching somebody who's German, so like the English language is kind of a barrier, right? So we've been focusing more on just like designs versus doing stuff with sayings, because I actually feel like a lot of times those do better, especially with trending stuff. And I was explaining to him, like, we had a Valentine's shirt that sells all the time. It doesn't say Valentine's anywhere on it. It was one of the top Valentine's shirts, but just the design is something that's really cute, and it turned into an evergreen shirt. It was something I designed for Valentine's. I had Valentine's in the title, but now it just sells all the time.
I still sell like Halloween costumes. Mm-hmm. Like, Halloween's gone, and I still sell some stuff that I made for Halloween costumes and fun merch. So, nice. So it could still be good. And like you said, I like what you said. Like, you have to stand out, right? Like, you can't just go and hit a trend and do the exact same thing everybody else is doing. You're not going to beat the guy that you're copying, right? He has a better BSR. He already has reviews probably. So yeah, you got to be different, stand out, and be better if you can. So that's my strategy.
Yeah, that's this is a really good show already. That's one of the most like important things I was teaching to at the very beginning is trends, like catching the trends. Once you catch the trends, like some of your shirts that are like some of the trends that you catch, they're going to turn into evergreen shirts. You know what I mean? So it's important, but not only that, you can just branch off, like branch out, like see what's making sales. Like if you see a shirt making a sell and you just understand why it's making a sell, it's just I don't know. There's just so much.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You can see your own results after a while, and then see, that niche is doing really well. Just make more of it. Scale it. Like, make a different color, make a different size, change the word a little bit, see if that sells. Like that data. I mean, you got to use the data, right, to make your decision. So that's a powerful one too. The stuff that you sell your own, because they're buying your style and that stuff. So.
Right, for sure.
It's perfect.
So you mentioned AMS. How much are you using AMS for your stuff?
As much as I can. Yeah. So what I do, I just started doing this like a week ago. Everything that sells, that I sell, I go on AMS and make an ad for it.
Nice.
And so if it has a BSR, I put it up there on AMS and put it up there. And hopefully, I'm thinking, because it's this time, it's this season. This is the best time to do AMS, I think. So
Yeah. The nice thing, so what a lot of people don't realize about AMS, right, is the data that Amazon starts off with when they do an auto ad is like they're just kind of throwing words against a wall and they're seeing if any of it converts. So if you actually already have a conversion, Amazon stores all that data. They know the search term that somebody searched for to get to your shirt. So like if you're starting off with an ad after something's already sold, it already has more information than if somebody's just starting and throwing an AMS ad at something blind. So it's going to help it dial in quicker to be able to figure out like what keywords to throw out and everything else. It should help your conversions better.
Yeah, it's been helping a lot. I think so. I think I've seen a spike in sales, and I think it's either Q4 or AMS or both. But
yeah, I mean, it's definitely a combination of both. But yeah, it can be a big difference, especially when your designs are good. You know, that's so many people think that like AMS is this magic bullet. Like, I don't have AMS, so I can't sell anything. It's like your designs probably aren't very great if you're not selling anything.
Yeah. The way I think about AMS is it's just giving people more eyes to see your stuff, right? You get to be on page one. If your thing stinks, then all the eyes in the world's not going to sell it, right?
Yeah.
But if your thing's good, then the eyeballs on it, you're going to get some sales. So
exactly. RJ, why y'all quiet?
My bad, I was on mute. No, okay, so that's the crazy thing though too. That's what I was like. I honestly, guys, okay, like I sucked at designing. Like I always told you guys that I just suck at it. But my shirts would make sales though. They're the most ugliest design. They're shitty. Like they're horrible, but they're making sales. But I had no competition. Like now the competition's up there, so I had to
it's tougher for sure.
So I had to readjust to that. Now it's like, okay, damn. Now what do I got to do now to make it better? Like you guys understand? Like if I designed the same way as I did last year, you guys would be kicking my ass. You guys would be putting me down because my numbers suck. Just a whole lot of things, like, you know what I mean? You just have to adapt to it and get better and grow. So that's something good right there to kind of go back on and just, I don't know.
So back to design. When you're designing for, like, say you see a trend, right? One of the things I think that's really important, I think a lot of people miss, is like you have to design for the people that like the market is for. You know what I mean? Like you have to design your elements and everything else.
Know your audience. Yeah.
Correct. Sure. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about like how you think about that? Like how do you come up with like your design in terms of an audience, whether it's like for a kid or an adult or whatever?
Yeah. So if the saying or whatever we find is for a kid, then I try and do it more, playful, more fun, that kind of thing. Bigger letters, thicker. If it's for a guy, typically, then I make it more stronger, big serif letters. So yeah, it all depends. So typically for women, not all women like curly, frilly letters, but I do some of those, like handwritten stuff for women. So
okay,
but if it's for both, I do a mix of both. So. Yeah,
gotcha.
Sorry.
Do you do a lot of like hand drawing illustration stuff, or do you find yourself doing more stuff with Illustrator and like with the pen tool?
Yeah. So what I do, and I'm pretty old school. So I draw my pictures out on paper and I scan it, and then I trace it in a program called Affinity Designer. I used to have Illustrator, but Affinity Designer is pretty much the same thing, and it's only $50. So I went with that, and so that's how I do I usually draw a graphic, and then I try to put the words around the graphic to balance it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to fill that space, right? Fill that space.
So, as like, what do you find yourself designing more text-based or graphic and text together, or just?
Yeah, that's a good question. A lot of times, if it is just text, then I would arrange the text. So put it in a banner or do an arc or something like that. So it's not just straight Helvetica, 3 lines of Helvetica, and that's it. So if I did text, and a lot of times I do just text, but I do text with some kind of a small graphic or some kind of thing like that. So I would guess I probably do more text because it's faster. And I do some, let's say maybe 60-40, something like that, 60% text. Yeah. So one of the things I do though, because I have a lot of uploads, a lot of slots, when I find that trend, and it's just a text trend, I do like 6 versions of it, 6 to 8 versions of that trend. And then I reverse it and I do a white version of it. So I do black first and then I do white version. So then I have 12 12 things of that trend, and I just pushed all of that onto merch. So that's kind of it's kind of one of my strategies, so that I can have a lot of. So and sometimes it works out.
You're taking over.
I just take over the page if I can. Okay. Yeah.
That's one way to do it too, though, guys. You got to think about it. If there's only 5 people showing up in the results, you know what I mean, and you have 12 or 13 shirts up, the chances of you making a sale are pretty high. So you guys understand that too as well. As in the results, as when you type it in on the Amazon search bar, it pops up the results or the 5 shirts that are only in that niche or niche. And Jonah comes in and he uploads 12 different shirts, 12 different shirt designs, and now there's 17 up there, and your chances of making a sale are pretty high.
Yeah, and 12 of them are mine, so that's awesome. Yeah. Just got to think of scale. When you're in the higher tiers, it's easier to think of scale. I think when you're in the lower tiers, you might want to just do one. You know, you only have one upload, so you got to make it your best upload. But when you're on the higher tiers, you can push more in. So.
Right. Now you're doing everything yourself on your account, right? Like obviously you do the designs, but you also do all the uploads and everything else.
Yeah, my daughter helps me with some uploads sometimes. Both her and I upload. And yeah, I do all the designs, though I don't have a designer right now. So that's one of the goals for next year is to get a designer so I can scale it. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is. This is something that me and RJ talk about all the time, right? Like, you can do a lot with one person or even 2 people, right? But at a certain point, like, if you really want to scale the business and get off of merch and do other things, you kind of have to have a team around you to help you to grow it.
For sure. Yeah, there's only so much that 1 or 2 people can do, right? You're going to reach a cap. So.
But not only that, too, guys. I think once you do that, you guys you're having a conversation with the person that has the same interest as you, so it makes things funner too. This whole journey that we're doing right now, we're supposed to have you're supposed to have fun with it. If we have fun with it, we accomplish a lot more. If we're depressed and angry, you don't ever accomplish anything. You might on accident, but for the most part, when you accomplish something, you're happy, you're enjoying it, you're having fun. So sometimes we run into a little roadblock, and I think. You just got to kind of just walk away and kind of just breathe and then come back at it again if you fell at something. But once you're building that team and scaling out and talk to them every day, like I just got off had a little phone call with my VA right now, just talked to him. I was like, hey, I need a design for my cousin's business. Can you help me? He's like, yeah, I'll help you. So little stuff like that, it just makes the day go by easier and you have fun with it. So
yeah, definitely. Sure. Yeah. And there's so much that merch can do. Like this is just the beginning, right? They're going to add more stuff and we can, it's exciting. There's so much more that merch can do and you can do with merch. So
not only that, too, we're having success right now with our numbers too. Yeah. And that makes everything so much better too. It's just not fun.
For sure. When you get that success and then you want to get some more and more. Yeah, for sure.
And that's another thing, you guys. We know we're going to get there, but it's going to, of course, it's going to take time and work. But we know for a fact that we're going to get there. So we might as well just enjoy the process now of doing it and designing and mess up a couple times. We're like, oh shit, okay, my bad. Like for example, Matt, the volleyball team came back and bit me in that. I had to order for a whole volleyball team, right? Like 12 shirts. It was like
let's start from the very, very beginning, right? So give the full story, full context.
Okay, so I was in LA at the time, just checking the Airbnb. I had a message. I was messaging back a customer. She said that she needed 12 shirts for her volleyball team, and I'm pretty up with the coach. And I set up a custom link, charged them $30 for a front and back design, and I think they ordered it on the 22nd. So I put through the order before I went to the game. I did the whole custom order, did everything. So it was done on the 22nd. Or the 23rd, 22nd, and then I processed everything, and then they're messaging me like, okay, it's the first, it's gonna get here on time. I'm like, yes, it should get there on time. And yeah, now they're just talking about, so this is a $360 order, almost a $400 order, and now it's like a big mess now. So
oh man, you got to eat it.
Yeah, me and Matt were talking about that. So this is where Matt's gonna come in right here, because we were talking. I was like, dude, I'd rather not get a bad review. Okay, it's a $300, probably a $400 order. The profit is about, it's probably up there. It's like $200. This one order. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And then me and Matt started to talk about it. I was like, dude, what do you think? Like, what do you think I should do? You know, I'm pissed off. Like, I'm pissed off. I'm mad. But let's look at the bigger picture and see, like, thinking long term. So this is where Matt came in. I was like, hey, Matt, so what do you think I should do? Should I refund them or figure out I didn't know what to do. So, and Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, I told him refund the money first of all, right? The order's placed; it can't be canceled. So it's not RJ's fault. Like he put the order in plenty of time. Like Printify really fucked him here, but the order's placed. You can't cancel it. They're going to get their shirts eventually. So refund them the money. Like just eat the loss because it's more important to not have 12 bad reviews because that's the thing with Etsy, right? Every individual item they can place a review.
Crazy.
And if you get 12 one-star reviews on your store is going to go in the tank. It's going to be really, really bad. So refund them the money, cancel the order. They can't leave a review once you do that. They're getting their shirts still. They can't be that upset about it.
Yeah.
It's what it is. It's life. It's part of having a business.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing about Etsy right now. I've done probably 3-4 returns already and just, gave the full refund, but I ate the cost. And that doesn't happen on merch, and that doesn't happen on Cafe Press, and that doesn't happen on the other ones. But yeah, that's the way Etsy works. But
that's another thing too. I have it set for no refund. Someone said I have my store. I said have it set for no refunds, but the thing is though, that review, I said it was going to be there at a certain time. Yeah. You know what I mean? I thought I was going to be there like on the second or first, or you know what I mean? But that review, and I want the customer to be happy, even though I'm pissed off on myself, but we're thinking about business. So
you got to think about
the review. Yeah, it's an investment.
You got to think about it this way too, right? Like, so you have to think bigger picture. So it's a $360 order, right? Like it sucks to eat that. Trust me, like I don't want to do it, but at the same time too, like my store is going to do probably between $6 to $10 grand for December,
right?
You know what I mean? Like it's nothing. It doesn't matter. But if I have 12 one-star reviews that come in right now at the beginning of December, that's going to royally screw up the rest of my December. Just eat it.
Yeah. So, but another thing though, so after this here, you guys got to think about how you're going to make that back. That should motivate you on this, right? What you guys can take from this is it should motivate you guys to actually make that back in the next couple of days. So keep grinding, keep going, because you will make that back eventually. So something to think about. You can think about it that way too.
For sure.
Yeah. Also too, they can follow you on Insta. You post pretty much daily on Instagram, right? That's like your.
I try to do. So when I first started Instagram, I tried to think of what kind of value I could bring, and trying to think of what I could do each day for the 5 days, Monday through Friday, and take off on the weekend. So Mondays are Monday motivation. Tuesday is my Tuesday tips. Wednesday is Wednesday wisdom. Thursday is I do like Tuesday is trends, and Thursday is tips, and then Friday just became Font Friday. Just I like alliteration, so to work that out.
That's bad. That's pretty good. But also, guys, he shows you his actual designs that he makes too. So that's something pretty big too. A lot of people, they're scared to do that. They don't want to do that. They don't want to create competition for themselves. But you actually showed like you did a giveaway recently, correct?
Yep. I did a giveaway. Just gave it away today, actually. Today. Yeah. So I got 2,000 followers on Instagram recently, and so I did a giveaway. I want to do a giveaway every 1,000 followers. So
nice.
It's been good. And one of the things I didn't think about was I started it as Detour Shirts, my Instagram, and because I've been doing t-shirts for a long time, for 10 years, Detour Shirts is all over the internet, and so you can see a lot of my designs on there. And so I probably shouldn't have done that, but you can't see all my Amazon designs, but you can definitely see a lot of my designs that I've designed over the past 10 years. So take a look at it.
If you guys are barely joining us, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and share it. Okay. So so people in the lower tiers, what would you recommend for them? How do they get out of the lower tiers?
Yeah. So I would recommend trying to find those trends again. Put your best work out there. Your best, don't just go in there and try and find the trend and put up a text shirt that doesn't have any character to it or whatever. Put up your best 10 stuff, because you only got 10 things, and follow the trends and just have patience. Like a lot of the new people in tier 10, they see guys in the higher tiers and they're making thousands of dollars a month. I didn't make $1,000 a month in my first month or the second month or the third month. It took a long time, right? Like it wasn't until like month 6, and I was pushing as hard as I can. And so, that's what I would recommend, is follow trends, put up standard shirts, price low, like $12.99. Just don't even think about making a profit in the first 3-4 months, right? Just put up your best work and see what you can do, see how many sales you can make.
Yeah. Those first 3 months, 6 months, even the first year, just learning to understand
they're rough.
Designs. Yeah. Learn to understand the designs first and go from there. But understanding like the research is one of the most important things to do. It's fun too. Like me and Matt, I think me and Matt, we enjoy doing research. It's one of the
it's fun.
Strong points. Me and Matt's our strong point right there with research. Just come up with different ideas. I see him coming up with crazy ideas. I'm like, dude, what'd you think of this?
Oh, nice.
He has a lot. Yeah. What do you use? Twitter? A lot.
I use Twitter a lot for like ideas, but a lot of it is just really? You do a lot of research, right? Like you look at things over, just a bunch of different things, and then you say a little piece here and a little piece here and a little piece here, and you combine it and you come up with something that's totally different, totally new.
Yeah.
So, what's your pricing strategy?
So right now I kind of follow RJ's pricing strategy. I start off at $13.99, so I get about $1 or so profit, and once that sells, then I mark it up to $16.99, and then if that sells again, I do $17.99. And lately, I've been upping it to $18.99 because of the holidays. So I usually price it around $17.99, $18.99, something like that, for standard. And then I try and make sure I get like a $3 to $4 profit on everything else. So besides pop sockets, I start at $2.25, and then I go up to the $4.25.
Okay, cool. Yeah, both me and RJ are like, pop sockets? What are those?
No, okay. Yeah. Okay. One of the biggest things too when it came to catching trends, guys, it was designing ahead. There's I think there's different types of trends. There's like how would you say that? Like there's like a trend that just happened like today, and then there's a trend that's coming up, like a holiday trend. So how far ahead do you design? This is a big thing for people that didn't understand this. How far ahead do you design?
So I try to design like for the Halloween one. Of course, it's coming, so I try to design at least a month ahead, if not earlier. So I want to get in there, make sure it's in there and slowly getting some sales before it hits, and get some good BSR rankings before the holiday actually hits. So that's what I did for Halloween. But I was designing Halloween stuff up until a week before Halloween. So I just tried to push because they were selling. The Halloween stuff was selling. So I just like, okay, how about this? How about this? Let's push some more of it. So that was really good. Halloween was awesome.
Yeah, me and Matt, we've been practicing. Well, we practiced pretty much all year this, but I think we're getting better at it for 2019. Is designing ahead. I think that's one of the most important things, guys. Because if you see something that's like catching, like Matt sees it, he's been seeing it ahead, like far ahead. Like if you see something catching and the BSR starts going, if you can figure out how to mix the niches up and kind of
my best design for Christmas right now that's doing about it's about 25 or 30 shirts a day. Like I uploaded that October 9th.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually do a case study for people on like how I rank the shirt and how I got it to sell and everything else, because it works. Like the stuff that me and RJ talk about, like it's repeatable. Like I do this all the time. It works. It's just it's almost a system now. Like it's not something that you can just take any design and do that with. Like the market has to decide what the design is, but once the market decides it's a winning design, like you can just scale it up.
Yeah, and you can get ahead of those people, and you get the BSR and the reviews and all of that. Like you're going to be untouchable. So
but not only that, that's another thing too, guys. This like next year, I'm pretty sure Matt Shirt's gonna be doing the same exact thing. You know what I mean? So he's not focusing on that one shirt no more. He's focusing on.
We've moved on. Christmas is done for us. We haven't designed anything for Christmas since November, so we're designing stuff. You got to get ahead of everything.
Valentine's,
Yeah, that's a perfect time to like right now. You got to design for 2019, so you can actually just.
I'm starting to sell some Valentine's stuff already, so that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I say 90 days. Everybody should be designing 90 days ahead. Yeah. So right now, 90 days ahead. You should be designing for February, March.
Yeah,
get going.
And we got the 180 days now, right? Like
exactly.
It's not going to fall off. It's not going to fall off even if you do it before 90 days. So.
For sure. Let's give some real value right now. Like pick a trending thing that you're designing for next year? Like what are you concentrating on next year?
Ooh, that's a good question. I want to hit Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day stronger than next year.
Those are probably the two biggest
big ones.
Holidays at the beginning of the year for sure.
Yeah.
RJ, what about you?
I made a video last year about a Valentine's Day shirt that I made that actually took off. I think it was over $928 profit just off of one shirt. So I already know that Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day is really big, but I can't seem to catch it. Yeah, I can't seem to catch it because it's like all about like, was it beer and like party shirts?
Yeah,
it's all about white people, bro. Like you just have to dig into your inner white person.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I think I had a teacher. It was a teacher shirt that took off for me for St. Patrick's Day, and it didn't really do so well for me, but it took off enough. But everybody else is crushing it. But I think 2019 is going to be really good. 2019, the whole year is going to be really good for us, and we're going to be killing it.
Yeah. I have a goal to double profits next year, like double 2018 and 2019, right?
Nice. I have a niche that was really small, not really small. It just didn't have a ton of competition in when we got into it, and we did really well with Groundhog Day. Like Groundhog Day does really well. Like we sell Groundhog shirts all throughout the year, like all the time, just awesome. Randomly Groundhog Day shirts. So, but Groundhog Day was a really good holiday to get in on. So especially if you do something original, because a lot of people just take like a graphic from Free Pick and throw some text under it or whatever. Right. If you can do an original design and stand out in that spot, it's a good spot.
I know.
Yeah, and if you can mix the niches, whatever, right? Like you said, teacher and St. Patrick's Day, you mix the two together. Like if you can do that, like that works really well too.
That's a good one. Groundhog Day with tacos. So there you go. So we can do.
There you go. Anything with tacos sells, right?
And pizza.
That's right. And burgers.
I'm actually designing for that right now, Groundhog Day, because of
really
because of Matt.
Tacos.
Yeah, Matt told me, he's like, dude, you better start designing for this. So something to think about right there. There you go. They're just giving out all the secrets.
Secrets today.
Yeah, if you guys got any questions, go ahead and ask them in the chat. Now's the time. It'd be good.
This is cool. I got the chat up here. St. Taco Day. That's awesome.
St. Taco Day.
Groundhogs and unicorns. Yeah, that would work. Or put a unicorn horn on a groundhog and.
Yeah. So here's an interesting question from Kevin Driscoll. Am I right in that uploading too early for a holiday is detrimental?
I mean, it could be really, really early, like a year early. That probably is detrimental, but I don't think 90 days is. I don't think 100 days is. Yeah.
So
if it's going to fall off, it's detrimental, right?
Right. Here's a thought too, right? And this is something that I really try and focus on. When we're doing designs for a holiday, I try not to say St. Patrick's Day or Valentine's Day on the shirt. And the reason being is because, again, that design I have that's selling all the time for Valentine's Day, like it was for Valentine's Day. It was in the title, everything else, but it doesn't say it on the shirt. So somebody can buy it at any time and wear it at any time. It's a cute design. Yeah. So in that respect, I don't think it's ever too early. If it's a good design and it can be used for that thing, you can put your keywords, your titles, your bullets, everything else. You can shape it so in search they're going to find it for Valentine's Day, but it doesn't mean that the design itself is going to be limited only to that holiday.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can sign it. Yeah, hard sell, taco sell anytime, and not just Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. So, I still sell a St. Patrick's Day last week. The St. Patrick's Day kind of design. So, yeah.
Nice. How are your pop socket sales?
I wish they were better, but I probably sell 4 or 5 a day, something like that. Different ones. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I tried to scale them. I tried to do kind of without giving away what it is, but I tried to scale my pop sockets designs, and it kind of worked. Yeah,
for sure,
kind of worked. But I wish it was better. You think like if they bought that one pop socket, they would buy the other ones, but it doesn't really work out that way.
What's your favorite product to upload to?
I would say standard shirts right now. Although I am seeing a lot of long sleeve and sweatshirts being sold right now. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of sales from those because of Q4. But yeah, standard shirts, I love those because then it kind of lets you know that design's doing really well, and then you can scale it. So I know a lot of people just put everything on all the products, like one design on all the products. I kind of do it differently, and maybe this isn't the best way to do it, but I put my design just on standard shirts first. And if it does make a sale, then I put it on everything else. So
I think that's smart, especially if you start running out of slots to upload to. Honestly, like once you get past, I would say February, I really wouldn't upload to anything other than standard shirts. I really wouldn't. It's where all the money is, and pop sockets too. But right now, like December, like we're selling sweatshirts, hoodies, long sleeves all the time, every single day. But outside of this little period right here, they don't really sell.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of them have fallen off. A lot of my other shirts that aren't standard, my premium, my long sleeve, my sweatshirt, I got so many things that fallen off in the last week because of the 180 days. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, a lot of right now, a lot of people are buying shirts just to wear on Christmas Day, or but then they're buying shirts for gifts for like other people that they've seen earlier in the year on Amazon, like. So that's like another thing too, because I'm just messaging customers on Etsy. I'm trying to figure out, hey, can you send me a picture with a shirt on? And they're like, no, it's wrapped up in like as a Christmas present for a friend. So
yeah, that's awesome. If you can think of something that a mom would buy a child, or a husband would buy a wife, and that kind of thing, that's powerful, right, for Christmas. So
for sure. Amy's asking an interesting question. Does understanding UX design help you target your merch audience better, or give you any advantage on the platform?
Oh, wow. That is a good question. I didn't even really think of that. Well, UX design kind of, you think about laying things out. So I guess it does help a little bit. You want to make sure that it's pleasing to the eye. And so, function.
I mean, I think intuitively, it probably does help you out a lot, because you're constantly thinking about the customer as a UX designer. You're thinking about how the customer is going to interact with something. And that's, when you're selling something like a t-shirt, like you have to think about the customer first. That makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what you do for UX design too. Think of the customer, and that's awesome. Yeah, that's a great question. I didn't even think of the two together like that. That's awesome.
Right.
So good with my niches. Yeah. This is like you provide a lot of value, so this is going to be really good. Also, too, down below in the description, we have the Merch Elephant YouTube channel. We also have him on Instagram down below, too, if you guys haven't followed him yet. Matt, how many followers you got on Instagram so far?
I think I have like 11. I have like 1,100 something. It varies.
Oh, wow. That's good.
It should be up there.
It's really impressive with how hard that I work on my Instagram account, because literally, like RJ knows, I'll go through periods, right, where like I'll just do a bunch of stories and stuff because I'm thinking about things, and it's just a good place to kind of get it out. And I'll do some funny rants sometimes, but it's just balancing everything else out. You know what I mean? Like I got to focus on the business first, and then the rest of the content comes along.
Yeah, for sure.
Trying to get people to agree with me to ride the mechanical bull.
RJ should have rode the mechanical bull. It would have been great content. We would have had so many people watching live. I could have done an Instagram live right there. Watched RJ fall off that bull. It would have been perfect.
That would be awesome. You got to do it next year. That's it.
The waitress was cute too. You could have totally had a conversation with her, man.
Sure. Probably thought I was gay.
Oh, because you rode a bull?
Yeah, I already know what you guys trying to make me do. Go up to the top and then ride it down.
I didn't say the bull was riding you.
Nah.
That's awesome. Hey, one of the things that I like about merch is the tier system. I know maybe a lot of people might not like that, but it's to me it's motivational, right? Like I'm going to get to the next tier and get to the next tier and go to the next tier, and so that really helped in the beginning. Like I want to get out of tier 100. I want to get out of tier 500. So
yeah, it was like a game. It was like leveling up in a video game. Yeah,
exactly.
We followed it too.
Yeah, gamify it. So.
Yep. Juna, did you meet Fernando?
I did. Yeah, in Seattle. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's a real cool guy. He's all sorry for trying to steal your designer, RJ. I'll buy you Starbucks. I was like,
oh, there it is. Nice.
I know he didn't mean it like that. I already knew what type of person he was when I started talking to him a little bit more. I was like, yeah. So it was. I actually hung out with him a little bit. We ate lunch. I think we all hung out together. Did you? Or
I didn't do lunch with you guys, probably.
No. Okay.
I saw the video though, the sushi one.
Yeah.
Did you go out to sushi and stuff like that? Yeah.
Blue sushi or something like that. I think that's what it was. Yeah. So. Let's see. Do you? So okay, here's a question: do you upload all your designs to all marketplaces?
Oh, that's a great question. So I mostly focus on merch, and when I can, I try and upload to. So I'm on merch, Cafe Press, Redbubble, Etsy, TeePublic, Spreadshirt, Zazzle, Designed by Humans, Screen, Threadless, all of those. So I don't upload to all of those. I mostly do merch, and when I can, I upload to TeePublic or Redbubble because they're the next one, and Etsy. So those 4 are probably the top 4 for me right now. So merch. I do a lot of Cafe Press. I make a lot of Cafe Press, but I haven't uploaded to Cafe Press in a long time. Yeah. So just because I've been on there longer, yeah.
You start averaging sales on there?
Yeah, surprisingly. With nothing, like I haven't done it. That one's totally passive right now because I haven't uploaded like anything on Cafe Press for a year, but I've been on there for 10 years, so that kind of helps. Right?
What do you average on there, if you don't mind me asking?
What do I average? Like, normally about 500 a month, something like that.
That's nice. And you haven't even touched it in a long time.
And in Q4 it goes up from there. So sometimes 1,000, 2,000, something like that.
Yeah, pretty interesting. Something to think about too, because if you guys go to like a print-on-demand platform or any type of platform, and there's very little competition, you taking over that platform, you can make easily make over $1,000 a month. If you stand out from everybody. That's just with anything though too. If you have less competition and you stand out from everybody else, there's no reason why you shouldn't be making a profit.
Yeah. Yep. Gotta know your competition. Gotta know your audience. Yeah.
Okay. What's your goal with Merch by Amazon? Like, what's your target goal? Like, what are you trying to accomplish?
Oh, that's a great question. Like everybody else, I wanted to do 10,000 a month. I think that a lot of people wanted to do that. So, I haven't hit there yet. And probably when I hit that, I probably want to do 20,000 a month. I don't know. I just want to scale it as big as I can because sky's the limit. So I just want to. So next year, I just want to get a designer and see if I can double it, and the next year double it, and just keep going as big as I can. Yeah. Eventually, I think I want to do a brand and go it on Shopify, and I don't want to put all my eggs in merch. I definitely want to scale it as big as I can, but I also don't want it to be the only thing and the main thing. Yeah. So eventually, as I do my own thing and create a brand, maybe do a Shopify kind of thing and drive traffic that way and get followers that way. So
okay, cool. And have you got any takedowns or rejections yet from merch?
Oh, yes, I have, and those are scary. So one time I did. So I had like I told you, I scaled it, right? Like I did one of these things that I scaled, and I probably did 50 designs of this same kind of topic, right? Yeah. And I just saw it get a takedown, and then it started getting another takedown and another takedown. And I'm like, oh my gosh! And then I got like 50 takedowns all at once. And like, no, stop! And I was trying to take down my stuff, delete my stuff before I get the takedown. Oh man, that was so scary. I'm like, oh, I'm done. I thought I was done out of merch because it was just like boom, 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 and that was the scariest thing, man.
Did you message me on that? I think you messaged me on that. I believe I remember something like that.
Maybe. Okay. It was a while ago. It was probably a few months ago, but that was the scariest thing because I'm like, oh no, I just blew it. I lost my merch account. This is it. But luckily, I'm still here. So yeah.
Yeah, that's. I remember that when it first happened, like we got a takedown pretty early on. We were probably less than tier 100, and we had a takedown for something. And I was like, why did we make that shirt? Like, because we knew it was kind of questionable when we did. And it was just like, it's not worth it. Why did we do that?
Yeah, so that's what I did. Just writing the line, I like, this is kind of okay. I don't think it, and it didn't get taken. That's the thing, right? It didn't get taken down for a month or more. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to put more because it was making sales. So I'll put more. And they're like, this must be safe. And I'll put more. And then all of a sudden, 5 months later, takedown. I'm like, oh man. So I don't do questionable stuff like that anymore. I like say, not on purpose, right? And like,
I mean, mistakes will happen, and that's okay. Merch understands that. That's one of the things that like people need to realize. Like, they're not actively going after anybody or anything else. Like they understand that we're human and mistakes will happen. It's when you do it over and over and over again, then you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, that's the hard thing with trends. Like you follow a trend and you may not know exactly what that trend's about, and it may be a song lyric or something. You got to do your research, right? Like there's a lot of times I post a trend on Instagram and somebody's like, hey, I think this is trademarked or copywritten. I'm like, really? Oh, sorry. So I make that mistake sometimes still, right? I don't know everything. So.
It's like you got to do it at your own risk, because if it's something new that pops up, I don't even know what it is. It pops up sometimes, and I'm just like, okay, let me research this a little bit. But then when I start feeling uncomfortable, I'm like, nope, I'm not making it. Forget this. I can do something else. Because there's a lot of ways we can make money in different niches. So
yeah, and you don't want to lose your merch account, right? We're just starting, still like merch. This is still early in merch. We're gonna have way more products, way more stuff to do. Like, I don't want to risk your account. So.
Yeah,
for sure. That's a good segue there, because Eric Rausner keeps asking this question: what would your dream product be for merch? Like, what's the one thing that you really wish the merch had?
I would like tank tops, but that's only going to sell during the summer. I don't know why merch doesn't have like the red and white sweatshirts and long sleeves and hoodies, because that would kill it in Christmas. I think it would do a lot better in Christmas.
They would be really
Valentine's. Yeah, why don't we have red and white? So
that's a good one. Actually, yeah, that's a realistic
red and
one.
white. Yeah, shouldn't be too hard.
I sell tanks year round on Etsy.
Oh, really?
If we had tanks would do really well. But
I wonder how many people are uploading right now, just listening to us. If you guys are uploading right now and you guys are listening to us and you guys haven't purchased the research, we have it down below. Check it out. It's only $10.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
good research,
a lot of valuable information in there. So yeah, yeah. Nice. Let's see.
I think we get a couple more questions in.
Yeah. Okay. Dream product. They're just
white hoodies. There it is. White hoodies.
Huh?
Someone said white hoodies. Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, Raglans. Yeah, like the baseball shirts. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what tier are you at? We didn't even ask you.
Oh, I just got to 16,000 tier. 16K.
Okay. Yeah. Dang, up there. He's up there.
Yeah.
This is working on that. I see people are uploading right now. Working on AMS, uploading now.
Yeah.
Cool, thanks. That's
really cool. AMS, man. That's what I've been doing these last few weeks. AMS. I'm trying to see if uploading to UK will help. So every time I make a sale now for US, I try to add that onto UK if I don't already have it.
That's a good way
to start low too. Yeah. So start at £13, I guess it is over there.
Yeah.
I don't know, $13.99. And yeah, that's been seen to work too. I still haven't figured out Germany though. I haven't figured. I like make 2 sales a month in Germany or 3.
We got to get the listings in German. So the guy that I'm coaching in he's German, and he's been helping me with some of the stuff for Germany. Like he says, if it's not in German and like actual German, the way that it's spoken, right? Because it's a pretty complex language.
Yeah,
it's just nobody's gonna find it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can't just Google Translate that, right? Like that's not gonna work.
No, I mean it's better than uploading it in English, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at least you have a little bit of a chance, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so to get out of tier 100, you have to have over 100 sales.
Yep.
And
80% uploads, right? Yeah, so 80 uploads.
And then what's your process of staying organized and focused?
Oh, that's a good question. I am not organized I'm focused. So the thing that I do to help me with focus is I write down on a notepad or something like this, like a little notepad.
Mm-hmm.
And I write down 10 things that I'm going to do today or 25 uploads that I'm going to do today. I write it. And then when I'm done with it, I cross it out. So that helps me keep focused. And that helped me early on in the early tiers, especially when I only had 25 uploads. Then I knew these are the 25 I'm going to upload today, or these are the 100 I'm going to upload today, and kind of just keep it there. And so that way that helps me with focus. But organized, I guess when I do my design, I name it what the design is, and I put it in a folder, and I put that folder in a folder of design. So that kind of helps.
Okay.
I just make sure that I name my naming convention is something that I can follow for the most part.
That's something that is so important. I think most people don't even think about it. Like what he's talking about there with a naming convention is he has a system for how he names his design. So if he needs to find something, he knows in his own mind, like, this is what it should be called, so I can search for it.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't just randomly name things or leave numbers in it or do,
No, you're not going to find it.
Yeah, that's
for the most part. For the most part, that works. But a lot of times I would name it something that I'm like, what did I name that again? Oh man, I can't find it. So I try and search.
For sure. Do you design and upload on the same day, or do you kind of batch things out? Design a bunch, then upload a bunch?
That's a great question. I try and design at least once or twice a week, so something new. And then once I design it, I upload it. Mm-hmm. But on those off days when I'm not designing, I'm just uploading stuff like to the UK, or I try and change the price on something, or do research or something like that, or upload things that are removed, or like I said, I change like if a standard shirt sold, then I do the long sleeve and the sweatshirt and the hoodie for that design. So cool. Always uploading. I try and upload at least once. 10 a day, something like that. I upload every day as much as I can. So I have a schedule. Like I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I do as much as I can until I go to work. So I have a 9 to 5, right? And then when I get home from my 9 to 5, then I upload until about or do some kind of work and upload until about 10:30. So that's most of my days, unless we go out or have something to do. But I try to do that on a daily basis. So consistency.
Yeah. This is something that I think a lot of people get like they go really, really hard, right? Like they upload a ton of shirts or whatever, and then they burn themselves out. Like if you were just to upload, like literally just do the math. If you upload 30 shirts a day for the entire year, like think about how many designs that is. Like that's over 9,000 designs that you'll have uploaded.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A little bit of consistent work every single day.
Yeah. Yep. I agree with that. Consistency and patience, right?
Yeah.
Like
that's another thing too. It's like honestly, I'm tired of uploading, so I kind of just like dedicate each like one or 2 days out of the week, or 2 or 3 days out of the week to uploading, and then there's like one day I just do research, and there's one day I just do take care of customer service. But for the most part, customer service seems to be like an everyday thing now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for Etsy, right? No customer service for merch, but Etsy.
Yeah, for Etsy. Sorry about that. There you go. Yeah, for Etsy, it seems like it could be like an everyday thing. I know. But it's fun though, because you know what I mean. This is
it could be a big sale, right? Like you said, they bought what 10, 20, 100 shirts sometimes. So it'd be awesome. Yeah,
customer service is killing me. Zach's in here. What's up, Zach? What's going on, man?
Oh, Zach. Nice.
Okay, so how much time do you dedicate to research every week? You say.
So that's one of the things. That's why I did the that Instagram post for Tuesday trends. It's mostly, it's for other people, but it's for me too. So I know at least once a week I'm looking for trends for myself as well. So I probably do, I dedicate at least 1 or 2 days to do some research, and then I put that research on my desktop and like do these for this week, and then same thing again next week. Look for more trends next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the
constantly?
What's the most you ever uploaded in a day? How many designs?
So my daughter is like super fast at uploading, and so we tag team it one day on a Saturday, and it was like over 200 uploads in a day. She has like a computer brain. She can upload these things super fast. She has like multiple tabs open, and like it's amazing. Like
she's coming for you. She's coming for you at your age.
Yeah.
That's good though. That's awesome.
I'm old. Yeah. Uploading is a young man's sport, I guess, or young person's sport.
I don't know what it is, but it's not my sport.
I'm so slow. She can upload 10 things, and I'm still on my second one. I'm like,
I catch myself asking, like I ask myself, I'm like, dude, when you were uploading a lot, like 400, 500 designs a day, what what were you doing to motivate yourself, RJ? Like I talked to myself. I'm just like, I can't seem to find it. I can't find it still. I'm like, dude, forget this. I'm not uploading today.
It's tough. Yeah. Saturdays help. Music helps, I guess, like, because it can be like have some background noise and stuff. So
for sure.
All right. I think so. That's we hit the hour mark right there.
We did it. A lot of value.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys haven't found on Instagram, so Jonah, it's on Instagram or Detour Shirts. If you
Detour Shirts,
yeah. Okay. Let's finish it off like this. When are you going to create your first YouTube video? I mean, I think you created a few already, but.
Yeah, I didn't put my face on it, so I tried to do like behind the scenes, and oh man, those videos, you can go and watch it, but they're really bad. And the reason why I did Instagram instead of YouTube is because I know I can do art, and so I'm trying to play to my strengths, and YouTube's not my strength, and video's not my strength, but yeah, it seems to be a good.
When's your next YouTube video going to come out?
Oh, that's a good question. 2019 after Q4.
Okay.
That's a good call right there. Focus on your business.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, when it's a little slower. Yeah. Cool. We can dedicate more time.
All right, guys. Like I said, that's going to be the end of it right there. Me and Matt, we don't get nothing out of this right here. We do this for fun to provide content for you guys. All we ask is that you guys give this video a thumbs up, share it with somebody.
Yes.
And yeah, just kind of keep on pushing each other.
Look at those nice comments right there.
I just do this video to get RJ to blush.
Oh God! And then talk about my internet too at the same time. Put me down.
Wait, everybody needs to encourage RJ to move out of Banning. Banning's up in the high desert. It's out in the sticks in California by itself. And he needs to move down here around the rest of the hustlers.
He wants to move next.
Anthony's coming in. Hey, Anthony's moving down here in February, man. Like you better get your ass down there.
You can have a mastermind down there. Yeah.
Mastermind every day.
Yeah.
I think that's what we need to do too as well. We just gotta get on these calls more too, but leave my banning alone.
Hey man, I'm talking trash about banning. I'm just saying you need to grow past banning.
No, hey, young came here. He's like, dude, there's no Asians here. I haven't seen any. I'll take them. They own like 30 houses over here. I'll take you over here to the block if you want.
That's hilarious.
No, but yeah, okay, guys. Like I said, me and Matt, we just do this for fun, and not only that too, we just kind of enjoy like building a relationship with new people too. It benefits us, of course, but we really don't make any type of money off of this. But the only thing we do is let you share and give that video a thumbs up and talk about it.
People need to be subscribing to RJ's YouTube too, by the way. He puts way more work into his YouTube than I do, and somehow I have like 1,800 more subscribers, which is criminal. Like people need to subscribe to RJ's YouTube.
It's because you're white and I'm Mexican. All right.
It probably is. People are racist, bro. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I apologize for it.
Oh man.
I'm half white though, if that counts.
There you go.
Just kidding. Nah, but all right.
Guys. Me too. I'm half white.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Hope everyone has a good night. Thank you for watching.
Yep. Later.
Thanks, guys. This has been awesome. Thank you.
Yep.